Hi there, my name is Mark Barnabas, your data protection pal, and here I am again to give you your fortnightly updates on personal data protection and cyber security. So, on to our first article, which is that the Personal Data Protection Commission of Singapore has announced some amendments, and that includes higher financial penalties that go up to 10% of the annual turnover of companies in Singapore. And that is just one of the several amendments to the Personal Data Protection Act in Singapore. So click on the link to hear my other views and on the updates of the Personal Data Protection Act in Singapore. So other news, Singapore has also announced a safer cyberspace master plan. So this is not surprising since Singapore has already announced that digital defense is one of the 6 major pillars of Singapore. You may also click on the link below to view another video that I talk a little bit about the cybersecurity and digital defense in Singapore. So let's go beyond Singapore. So now in the Middle East, there is a call for greater data protection during this COVID-19, especially when, again, schools are already going online and very little face-to-face. So this is not surprising. In Singapore, there's already a lot of news, but I guess this is just a reminder that, this COVID-19 has really affected many people, including especially the kids, because school will never be the same again, and therefore a lot more online privacy and data protection is gonna be more and more important. So please take care of your personal data, and that's where the Singapore Cybersecurity Master Plan or Cyber Safe Master Plan would be really, really important. So I'm going to be looking out for more information about that. So moving on. This is where many companies ask me, if my company is doing business to business, do I need to protect personal data? Do I need to comply with data protection laws? So this here is your big answer. In Germany, a huge company has been fined for poor handling of employees' data. Yes, employees' data is also falling under the local data protection laws, because data of staff is also personal data. So although we do recognize that businesses that handle B2C, business to consumer kind of businesses, are definitely at greater risk, but business to business type of business or organizations are also at risk, especially if there are a lot of employees. So this is a reminder that all organizations in Singapore need to comply with the Personal Data Protection Act, and that also extends beyond Singapore to other countries, especially those who are in European Union, like this case in Germany. So you can read this article for more information about what caused the data breach. So remember, be very careful. Now, this is another one following up on Citibank. This I think last fortnight I mentioned about Citibank being fined. So this again is a follow-up to that, and I want to bring about that data protection and cybersecurity is part of GRC. GRC is something that's really growing importance, especially in these times where transparency is called for. Oh, by the way, GRC stands for governance, risk, and compliance. So it's very important that no matter how big or how small the company, you need to apply GRC. So you can also write to me, and I'll give you information about how to learn about GRC and even be certified by OSET, or rather appoint you to the OSET site where you can get certified by the programs at OSET. OCED, yes. This is one concerning information, and I like this article because it really brings out my thoughts, and especially for myself as a privacy practitioner, there are so many laws all over the world. You might be familiar that the most recently announced privacy law is the one from Brazil, the LGPD. Yes, the LGPD has just been passed, and even in Asia, there are so many versions of it just in Southeast Asia. And coincidentally, in Southeast Asia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, 4 countries have the privacy laws named the same way. How coincidental is that? They're all known as the Personal Data Protection Act, but their regulations, their contents are slightly different. I believe the one in Thailand is more aligned to the GDPR, and Singapore again has their own practices. So although the governing ideologies and the principles are very similar, but the little nitty-gritties are a little bit different. So it is somewhat confusing. I just wish that there's one law that covers the whole world, but I know it's not possible because different countries, different cultures, different practices. So so I guess this is something that we gotta live with. I gotta apply basic principles, and I guess so far data protection all over the world is quite universal in terms of the basic principles, just that every single line may be a bit different. They may differ a little bit in terms of the implementation. So wherever you are in the world, please comply with your own local regulations. Yeah. So back on the same thing, from the whole world we come back to the biggest economy in the world. Okay, arguably the biggest economy in the world, United States. So even United States, a big country, has challenges on having a universal law among the 52 states they have there. Yep. So when we use United States, we usually refer to the CCPA because they are probably one of the most stringent, but it is not across the entire federation of states. So this is just an article to let everyone know that even a single country may have challenges. And this is also interesting because the US elections is just around the corner. So I wonder what other changes or what other exciting updates and interesting things we'll see coming up the weeks ahead before the election for the US president. Wonder Donald Trump will win again. Yeah. So my name is Mark Barnabas. I hope you have benefited from this issue, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. And please scan the QR code to have a one-page summary of the Singapore's key points of the Personal Data Protection Act. So hope to see you soon, and for questions, please comment below, and also remember to subscribe and like and share. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Take care and be safe.